Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Track Titans round 51 of the Tuesday evening community race sessions. Of course, our next one will be celebrating the one year anniversary of starting these community races. This is round 11 of the Season 2 Championship with races 20 and 21 here at the Nurburgring GP circuit. We had a lovely intro there of the Nordschleife. But here we go, 5 lights coming up onto the board. There we go. Got Max Newt on pole position, Ryan Skywalker starting P2, and I believe it was Henry Compsey who got 3rd place at the start of this race here. Max Newt moving off to the inside with a good launch there to cover off Ryan to stop him making too aggressive of a move. Michelle Rodriguez bringing up 4th place position there, so our usual suspects rounding out the top 4 positions. Getting in nicely there. Oh, someone spun on the inside and someone spinning on the outside. Bit of carnage all around there, but the leaders getting away quite cleanly, but the midfield being a bit scrappy there on the way through. Here we see Ryan holding it round the outside of, I believe that's Henry, and going to cover off the inside, but locking the brakes light. And Henry's understeered wide, and he's clipped him, and both of them have gone round. Ryan's done a great job there to hold it and stop full rotation round. This has opened the door for Michelle to come alongside Ryan, and it's just let Max Newt run away up clear the road. He's got a comfortable second gap of about a second there, with Ryan's going to have to start thinking about Michelle behind him. Another big lock up for Ryan. That's not going to help his front right tyres. Of course, ACC does simulate flat spots. And here we are back in the replay for turn 1. Oh, this driver's made a big lunge there. And I think just didn't quite get the car stopped in time to turn in, which just allowed all sorts of cars to come streaming on past. There we go. What a fantastic name that driver has. Love to see it. Door seems open on the inside there, so moving the inside of, I believe it was Alex Heller, slight side contact, but nothing too serious, and everyone seems to get away relatively unscathed from that scenario. But both cars are, Alex Heller is still side by side with probably, and they're going side by side into turn 5 here now, just swooping on around the outside, getting that job. That move well and truly sewn up. A bit of contact ahead in front. Not sure who that was. I think it was Split Slam, and I'm not sure the other driver involved in that. There we go. It's Henry who was the other driver there. Moving to the inside here, going for a big send, but Split Slam braking very early to the driver on the outside, having to take avoiding action. With the green car here, Split Slam giving a slight side-by-side nudge to knock him out the way. 2 of them side-by-side here. Surely the green car's going to have to give going into the Schumacher S's. And yeah, there we go. Very sensible driving, backing off and letting him take the lead. But really trying to push and trying to find another way through. Split Slam's starting to make a bit of a truly train here. And he's braked early again, and Henry's had to move slightly in front of the green car here, which has punted him and has caused him to go round. Split Slam being normal, Split Slam and braking far too early for that sort of situation. And there's another contact. Split Slam has hit the other car in the side, sending them both around, and more chaos as it goes further down the track, and everyone seems to have been collected there, and it's cost a lot of time for those 3 drivers. Here we are moving back towards the front. I'm not sure who we're on board with, but it's Dennis in front, as you can see. See what sort of things going on here. Dennis runs wide, car sneaking up the inside here. Going to be side by side heading down towards turn 1 now. See if Dennis has got anything to fight back. Dennis has still got the lead. He's got a slightly better exit for the more racing line, but he's going to have the inside compromised. Not sure who this is, but Dennis brakes slightly later and has allowed the other car to just sneak on up the inside. That's a really solid move there. Nice and clean racing from the U2. To go into the arena now, is Dennis going to try and make a move back round the outside? He's trying, but he just doesn't have the grip or the downforce to hold with it. There we go. We've switched back towards the front now. I believe this is further up towards the front. I think we're riding on board Ryan. Oh, we're on board, yes. It looks like Ryan and Max Newt, and I think that was Split Slam who's just exited stage left nicely, just in time to get out of the way of the leaders. Always good to see Split Slam not taking everyone out for a change. But Max Newt leads to Ryan, and I think we've jumped further ahead in the race now. Max Newt and Ryan again, yes, it is confirmed there. Very close at the front here. Ryan's done a fantastic job to close up onto the back of Max Newt, but it's a difficult circuit to overtake on, and Max Newt is making this Porsche nice and wide. It's already got a fat ass on that Porsche, and he's making it look even nicer. Ryan now with the slipstream down towards turn 1. He's not going to quite be close enough to make a move, I don't believe, unless he sends an absolutely audacious lunge, but I think it's just going to slow them all down if he did that. Yeah, going for a more aggressive line into turn 1, which is going to compromise his run through. But Max Newt had it all covered off, and he was not worried at all through there. Ryan is desperately trying to work his way on through and work his way past this car ahead. But it's just Max Newt is just once again putting on a clinical performance and just holding the lines where it needs to be. There we go, we skipped a bit further ahead. Again, coming out the final corners, Ryan gonna get a better exit here. Got Michelle there in a perfect place just in case these two make any mistakes. Michelle's will be able to jump onto the back of them here. Ryan's moving on out to the outside. Max Snoop's holding him very tight into the inside. Is he going to try and do a cutback? No, he might have tried it, but Max Snoop's partnered Porsche perfectly to not allow Ryan to have the run he wanted to get back past him, but he's still going to try and get around the outside, but he's going to have to concede. Is he going to look to dive up the inside? He does it. He dives it, he nudges him, and it's a half spin, and he goes all the way around. Thank you very much, Ryan. Very optimistic, but that's not going to be how it working here, Sonny Jim. And then I believe we're on board Michelle here, who's looking for a way to get past Max Snoop as well. Ryan's tried for many laps and couldn't do it. Let's see if Michelle just decides that the actual racing line and the racing tarmac isn't for him, and he far prefers the idea of making sandcastles off to the side of the track. Here we go. I'm not sure who we're quite on board with here or where we are, to be honest. There we are, coming onto the back straight, and someone's just, I think that was Michelle's just driven straight onto the grass and just allowing Ryan to catch back up a bit better. See Max Snoop nice and far away in the distance, all safe and enjoying this time. And I wonder if this is the final lap. Max Snoop is coming over to the side very early, and yet slowing down, and there we go. Max Snoop wins race 1 to Michelle Rodriguez, to Ryan Skywalker, to I believe Eric Shimandera, and I'm not sure who the driver behind, and all of them having a nice cuddle session there. Race 2 start here with, I believe it's Spitslam on pole to Probably, who is actually me, so is a fantastic driver, as you're about to see. Some absolute high quality driving here. Sends it to the inside, Spitslam brakes were way too early. Alex Heller goes flying outside, and somebody's gone absolutely spinning off out the way at turn 1 there, exiting. It's on the stage right. I wonder if we'll get a replay of that. Who are we on board with here? I think this is Spitslam with Ryan Skywalker around the outside, and Ryan has just overcorrected and just sent himself into, yeah, there it is. Ryan's just overcorrected and ruined his entire race. Ryan, mate, you need to try and do a bit better than messing up at turn 1. And somebody spun there. I'm not sure who that is, but they're definitely not going to be facing the right direction. And there's carnage everywhere. So many people delayed. This is going to help Ryan to allow him to get back past each other, and people are crashing on a straight line. There's Spitslam once again, the culprit, taking somebody out. I'm going to accuse him because he's the one who's still driving on the circuit. Now, who are we on board with here? Oh, it's still Ryan. I think it's still Ryan, just a new camera angle. I'm not sure who the driver behind is, but we'll have to see. Where are we at now? We are looking at the battle for the lead. I think we're on board Dennis or someone like that. There's me in front, but followed by Alex Heller, and then somebody else who, once again, I have no idea. But Eric Shimandera, and can't exactly see that other name. See if we can see it as it goes past here. It smells like weed. What a wonderful name. Clearly a very mature individual. Anyway, Alex here looking very vulnerable on his way into the chicane. Hard on the brakes there at the inside. He's got the guys up the inside, and I think this might be Dennis trying to make a move past Alex. I think it is, because Alex has had to concede. I wonder if he's made a slight mistake there, because he just dropped off a lot. He's looking vulnerable to the cars behind. Here we go, Eric Shimandera encouraging someone to spin around, tries to stop them, but it just about saves and keeps them on the track. But somebody hasn't been so lucky and has definitely ended up backwards. This is not what we want to be seeing, and it's not ideal for them. Here we go, skipping on a bit further forward, on board Alex Heller now, who I'm not sure exactly which car. I think it's the first one of that 3-car train there we're seeing just there. Not sure who exactly is behind him. I think it might be Henry Compsey. But there we go. Here we go. Jumping further. Oh, looking at the overhead for that little fight that just happened there. Yeah, Alex Heller just got his line all wrong through the chicane, which made him very vulnerable to the cars behind. And it's a big move up the... Oh, it was Eric Shimandera who nearly spun out and tried to save Alex Heller. It did end up saving him, but then ended up costing him his own race as he ended up pointing backwards. So now... solid sort of blimp helicopter cam here, looking down upon, I believe this is myself and Dennis. Dennis looking to make a move up the inside. There he goes, pulls to the inside. I'm getting on the brakes nicely. Dennis just runs a bit too deep, and I think that was netcode because I didn't actually hit him in the race. I can tell you that right now. But I do a fantastic cutback, arguably the move of the season. Nobody's done any better because I haven't seen anything better than that. That was a fantastic move, and I'm a very unbiased source, so you can trust my opinion. There we go though. Dennis is sat behind. He can't seem to find a way past me. He's definitely quicker than me. I will not lie about this. I had about 45 minutes of practice before this race, so Dennis is definitely quicker. But once again, it's a very tight track. There's not lots of room to get past, so I'm just using all of the road that I can, keeping my apexes and exits, making sure that if I'm not going to be quick enough to get around the corner and stay ahead of him, I'm going to park my car in a position that's going to make it very difficult for him to come out ahead. Here we go now into the Dunlop hairpin. Dennis looks to make a move around the outside and completely misses his braking point and starts building sandcastles. Now Henry Compsey and I don't know who we're on board here. Oh, it's this looking at me. This is looking at it from a trackside perspective. Let's see see how this one looks. There we go. I'm in the middle of the road, perfectly defensive, and I think Dennis just missed his braking point by about 10 meters or so, and he just slides straight off the road, completely doing a split slam, just exiting stage left, as you could say. And it sort of unleashes me into just away from any sort of pressure, but still got the fast drivers of Henry Compsey and Max Snoot now right behind me. This is not where I really want to be for this situation. I think it's something in the region of about 8 minutes left of the race at this point, and I've just seen the two of them behind me, and I am feeling the pressure. I'll tell you that right now. These drivers absolutely rapid, and I think it's Michelle and Ryan in those 3-car groups slightly further back again. Now I had Split Slam ask me a question here, so I do a very great thing and I missed my braking point, go well over the curb on the inside, end up having a slow down, panic, think how can I serve this and not let him through, and then suddenly remember that if I touch the throttle while serving a slowdown, ACC lets him through, so I try to just sneak in behind Henry Compsey, put the car in neutral and drift on through, but I end up touching him. Ryan Skywalker there, kind enough to give me a boost to get me going again. Still in a decent position here. First ever race of the Track Titan Series, and I'm right now in 5th. I was first, but after making a slight mistake, received some heavy penalty from this game. But either way, I'm here. Now, I'm not trying to mess around with these guys at the front because they're fighting for a championship, so I'm letting Ryan on through here, and Ryan repays the favour by absolutely sending me off the track there. If ever I've seen someone who doesn't deserve to win a championship, then you've just seen it right there. Disgusting behaviour to an innocent bystander. Quite frankly, ban him from the series if you ask me. Personal opinion, unbiased source of course. I'm very trustworthy. You should take everything I say with 100% truth and shouldn't try and cross-reference or check anything. Anyway, 3-way fight here. I believe this is for the lead. I think we've got Michelle, Henry and Max Snoot here. Yes, it is. Michelle trying to make a move on Max Snoot, and it just wasn't available. Once again, Max very good with his car placements. He's able to get on through, and Ryan's there up to 4th place. Henry is just away in the front here, and Michelle's gone for a move up the inside of Max Snoot into turn 3, one of the two in the arena section here, but Max holding it well around the outside, and then ends up getting the better line on the exit here, and then once again it's all on Michelle to have to try and find a way on through. Max driving very defensive here, fair but hard defensive. Max Verstappen could learn a thing or two from him. Definitely the better Max I've seen race. There we go. Max Snoot now trying to look ahead for Henry Compsey ahead, but having Michelle behind. There you go. You see that arrow. You can tell just how close he is. And Michelle moves to the outside to try and make a move. Slight tap, it looks like. And Max Snoot's been sort of shown off the track there. Not the cleanest of moves, but I do think Max might have slightly missed his braking point as well to end up there. So he's dropped all the way back. Now you've got Ryan Skywalker there looking up the road to see Dennis go back past. And you've got... I'm not sure. I think this is still Max Snoot we're looking at here. Yeah, I think Max Snoot managed to rejoin in 3rd place. He's got Henry Compsey now. We're getting absolutely hassled by Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle coming getting very close there. Very good driving. Getting nice sniffing that bumper and following him down now towards the Dunlop hairpin. Is he going to try and make a move up the inside, which is where I think he personally is better? No, he moves to the outside. Unlike Dennis, he keeps it on the track. Yes, he does. He tries to cut back for a better exit. But yeah, he's got on the throttle a bit too early, so he doesn't quite get the run he wants. But he's right up on the back of Henry's bumper to go into the Schumacher Restes now, keeping him nicely just ahead, a couple car lengths gap. Didn't get the run he would have wanted. The aero wash would have affected him and just slowed him down a bit now. This one well cambered here, using all the curb on the inside, using the curb on the outside. Entries and exits, and somebody has just dived out the way. It's probably Split Slam taking his normal racing line, so we shouldn't be too concerned about that. So now we see Michelle looking forward towards the chicane. Not the best place to try and make a move, but If this is the final lap, then you don't really have much of a choice, and I believe it is. He's got to try and make some sort of audacious move into the hairpin, otherwise he's going to have to settle for second place. Max New also on his tail, trying to hustle him. Michelle tries to go around the outside, gets shown there's no way through there. All sorts of defensive driving going on down the straight, fair but tough. And I think we crossed the line there. And is that race over? I think that was race over. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching this kind of real reaction, kind of not real reaction. I'm just watching it again because I raced in it, and I've given you some of the highest quality commentary. So recap from the race: Max Newt imperious to Ryan. Ryan doing a fantastic job at ruining his and a lot of people on tracks races, namely mine, I will say. Somebody should give him a slap for that one, because I'll be in the commentary booth ready to verbally abuse him next week. Thank you all for watching. Good night.